What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. Today's detail, we're working on this beautiful Infiniti QX80. We are doing a full interior and exterior. We're not going to show you much of the interior because it's really not that bad at all. Black carpets, black leather. It looks like it was barely used. So we'll clean up and freshen up the inside, but we're going to focus on the exterior and use a special edition product. So what you just saw was the full wash process. So rinsing, APC rinsing to get any of the grit that's on the paint, any of the grime and traffic film, and then the contact wash. What we used for the shampoo was lithium double tap. Really nice shampoo. Now, when using that electric pressure washer that I have in the garage, it doesn't really have a very high output, so it doesn't foam that great. That foam, that soap, is actually a really good foaming soap. At least I found it to be really good with the gas pressure washer that I have in my trailer here. Way more powerful, puts out a lot more volume, and it really foams up nicely. But it's a nice slick shampoo, great to use for daily drivers, maintenance details. So if you want to check out that product for yourself, or any of the other tools or products that we're going to use here, check out the links down below. We are drying right now, so once we are finished blow drying, we're going to do some light polishing on all the bottom portions because I had to go a little aggressive with the clay mitt and the clay bar on those areas. The rest of the top of the vehicle really was not that bad at all, so it didn't have to be clay mitted or clay barred, so it didn't induce any marring. I'm going to use the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro one and done compound for all those bottom portions that need to be polished, and then we're going to be using a special product. So for these bottom portions, like I mentioned, just the one and done compound on a black pad, just to remove any of the light marring that we induced. Don't need much of the product. And if you do need a little bit of help with the residue, you can use a damp towel and then a dry towel after. I'm not really seeing any issues with residue here. It is a light color, so that is good. It's a little bit more forgiving, but that looks great. So I'll do the door back here, the back fender, and then the other side. With the polishing all done, the paint is looking awesome. And I actually and just to make sure the marring was completely gone, I took a surface prep from Meguiar's and just wiped down a section. Perfect. So just using the black pad and the one and done compound will chemically clean your paint and enhance it and remove any light marring that was induced from the clay mar or the clay bar. The clay mar? The clay bar or clay mitt. So it will remove it. And that's usually what we do anyway if we do induce any type of marring because the paint is gritty. We will machine apply either a polish or a wax sealant all in one so that we can remove that marring. Now it's on to the protection phase. Now this is a big beast. So we're gonna go as fast as we can applying this wax because it's a paste wax. Yes, I could machine apply it. I could use a little 3-inch pad dual action polisher and apply it, but realistically, getting all that stuff and doing that, it's not really going to quicken things up that much more. So I'm going to hand apply it. This stuff smells really, really nice. Now, there isn't really any type of special trick to doing this, but I did learn something from a couple of detailers back in the day, when you're using a paste wax, heat is actually kind of like a catalyst for this. You want to generate just a little bit of heat with the pad to put it onto the applicator here. Is it going to make a difference if you just rub it gently? No, not really. That's just something that I picked up from detailers back in the day. But that little bit of heat will slightly melt the paste wax onto the pad. We'll see how it applies. So I like to apply the wax about half of the pad here. I know it's a little bit more here, but half of the pad. And I'm going to put it onto the paint and use the entire pad. So probably the whole thing is going to get wet with the wax. Maybe just a little bit here where I'm holding it won't. Let's apply it and see. Ooh, it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to apply it as thin as possible, just like the Max Wax. I actually think that the Max Wax is a little bit smoother than this, actually. There's something in that formulation that seems to be a little bit smoother. But if you're into hand applying waxes just because it's nostalgic or comforting, then you'll like this wax. Whoa! That was a cool trick. Let's see that in replay.
That's nice finesse.
Sometimes it catches a little dry spot in the paint and flips out on you. So I go in circular motions and then I finish it up with straight line. Why? It's just because I do it. Nothing really special.
Did it haze yet?
No, the hazing takes about 3 to 5 minutes maybe, depending on temperature. So a nice thin application, super thin, as thin as you can spread it. And applying a paste wax does take a little bit more time. So is a paste wax for a mobile detailer? Well, that's up to you. If you like to take your time, then you can definitely pull out a paste wax and do that. I prefer liquid waxes because I can machine apply them. They're a little bit easier to apply and a little bit faster. But when you do have time, it is nice to kind of enjoy the process. So let's remove it and see how well it removes.
Oh, nice. It's a little grabby.
Yeah, okay, good. That means that it's dried. So that's good.
I don't see much residue.
Here, let me reach up here because somebody has short arms. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. That's actually very easy to remove.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. So there's where we haven't wiped yet. And the section where we just wiped, nice and clean. No residue, no smearing. It wipes off really clean and it's very slick. All right, I'm really happy with that stuff so far. Let's fly around this vehicle because we need to get it done. Okay, paste waxing is certainly old school and takes a lot longer, but the results are pretty impressive. So you do need a couple of towels to wipe the residue off. The first wipe, you'll feel it's a little grabby because the paste wax at the top has dried and you're kind of removing that top layer, and then the second towel comes in, removes any residual residue, and then you have a super glossy, slick surface. So there is a payoff to all that hard work, but man, it looks incredible. Well guys, we're winding down. It's at the end of the day and we're pretty much finished with the Infiniti now. I just need to go over some glass, make sure that's looking spotless. But guys, before the sun starts to set, we have a perfect golden hour right now. Let's show you the paint. It is so glossy. It's beautiful. So paste wax can be kind of a chore sometimes to apply, especially if you are a mobile detailer or doing this for a business. That's a lot of arm work. But the payoff is the incredible gloss and slickness on the paint as well. So tires were dressed with CarPro Pearl Neat, and we put flex wax on all of the wheels and kind of cleaned up the whole front area with flex wax as well. Protected, I mean, the whole front area. The little chrome bits needed a little bit of shining, so it was perfect. And getting into this plastic grill, we just painted, you know, the same color as the paint. So got into all of those little areas with flex wax. So the whole front area was protected with flex wax, just because of the intricacy of it. But look at that beautiful warm glow of the wax. It looks so nice. And you just saw us remove some sticky glue here. We're using Art to Shine silicone remover, and it's basically a panel wipe and a tar and, you know, adhesive glue remover. Really nice stuff. Well, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we certainly enjoyed using that 75th anniversary paste wax. Great results. So I definitely recommend it for anyone who just loves to care for their car, wax their vehicle every other week or so. That's a great wax to use. I'm not saying it just lasts 2 weeks. Really, the durability on it, we don't know yet. But truly, durability is not just about leaving the product on the paint and seeing how long it lasts. I know that's one way of testing it, but really, you're not going to do that to your customers' vehicles or your own vehicle. You're going to maintain it. So you're going to wash it with proper shampoos, and then at the end, throw some sort of a detailer or quick wax or another quick application of some sort of protection to always have layers of protection on your vehicle. That way you protect the base layer and you're always having a hydrophobic ability on your paint. It's always layers of protection. So that's what I recommend anyway, not just letting the product go on its own. But if that's the way you want to test products, that's totally fine. I do test products like that on the Avalon. I have some coatings on there and other waxes that I just wash it and dry it, and that's it. So I do kind of test things like that just to see what it would do. But other panels on there I am maintaining with the proper products to also see how they work. So guys, this thing is looking great. I gotta finish up the glass here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And check out the links down below if you are interested in any of the tools or the products that we used in today's video. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great week. Take care.